Best part of waking up is chocolate milk in your cup. Happy National Chocolate Milk Day.
Oh, it's the kid getting words. Podcast on blast, giving you the real talk, no holding back. Can't get any worse, we'll make you see. There's always a silver lining. We'll set you free, so join the movement. Let's change the game with the Can't Get Any Worse podcast.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Can't Get Any Worse podcast. How are we all today? I hope we're all well. Welcome to our first edition of, what are we going to call this? Like our little holiday spirit fucking episodes? I don't know, but I'm just going to keep today's episode short, sharp, and sweet, and that is because look, we're going to get into it. But before we do, as per usual, let's see what this opening clip's all on about. Where's my mouse?
Best part of waking up is chocolate milk in your cup. Happy National Chocolate Milk Day.
Look, the only takeaway I have from that video is I'm just fucking devastated that I missed out on National Chocolate Milk Day. In other news, this lady's singing voice is atrocious, and if you watch the video carefully, her tongue replaces her bottom lip when she talks. So, look, I'm not going to poke too much fun at it because it is potentially a disability. And we do not laugh at people with disabilities here at the Can't Get Any Worse podcast, okay? We keep things all above board. So before I rip in and tell you guys what's been going on today, just to give you guys a bit of an insight, it is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I normally record about 9 o'clock in the morning. So as I mentioned, before I do, just let me crack this delicious can of Celsius. Splash me in the face, right in the eye. There we go. Let me take a sip, and then we're gonna release a bombshell. Oh, that is some good stuff. Look, I'm not really releasing any bombshells, you know what I mean? If you follow the Can't Get Any Worse podcast on Instagram, you would have seen this already. But last week, I finally made the jump. I reached out to Celsius. I go, hey, I'm fully getting around your product on the podcast, and because of that, the listeners are also getting behind it. And I sent them like 3 or 4 screenshots from you guys that have sent me videos of you like getting a can off a shelf, or just sending me a message that was like, oh, this Celsius is delicious. I don't know how I haven't found this sooner. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. So I sent them that, and hang on, just got to get my old leg up here. And so I reached out to them like a true content peasant that I am. Oh, God. That could be a good episode title. And I got the classic PR reply. Hey, thanks for reaching out, but at this stage, we're not looking for any more ambassadors at this stage. Maybe in 2026. Who knows? And I'm like, well, there goes that. That fucking shot my shot, failed miserably. And then they sent us a follow-up message, and they go, look, we see that you are smashing our product, and we see that you're also promoting your listeners and stuff to get around it, and you've obviously sent screenshots of that. They go, in good faith, what's your favourite flavour of Celsius? We'll send you out a case free of charge. Oh, my brain exploded. I was like, this is the best case scenario, you know what I mean? And I was also thinking, I'm like, okay, didn't quite get the sponsorship, but I feel like they're giving me some hush money right now, you know? Like, they didn't say yes, but they also didn't say, hey, stop fucking tagging us. You know what I mean? So that's growth in some sort of way, if you ask me. But yeah, shout out to Celsius. Shout out to you guys, the listeners, because without you guys sending me those little photos and messages and stuff, probably wouldn't have happened. So here's hoping to 2026 that we can get something a bit more firm happening, you know what I mean? Even if it's fucking a case of Celsius a month, that'll fuel the podcast. Every guest on the episode will have a Celsius in their hand. It's a win-win for everyone, you know what I mean? And I've got to stop paying 2 for $7.50 at my local service station. But let's get on to why my day's been crazy. As I said, guys, I'm just getting in here. I'm just laying out these stories. Short, sharp, sweet. That's what these holiday episodes are going to be about. Just, look, statistically speaking, if I'm to go off the last 2 years or whatever, the sort of 2-week period between Christmas and New Year and all that sort of section, downloads are not great, all right? I'm starting to think you guys would prefer to hang out with your friends and family than to listen to my dick and depression every week. And to you guys, I say, fuck you. Maybe I won't be here when you get back, you know what I mean? Maybe I will, I'll just be crying in the corner with my dick and depression. But anyway, it has been a crazy last 2 days. So Nikita wakes up yesterday, her and Westy. I don't know what was going on. The ADHD was fucking buzzing over here. The autism was buzzing over here. They're bouncing off each other. They're going, yeah, we need a project. We need a project. What can we do? And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, please, 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 just can't we just go to like the cheap shop and get a painting like plaster of Paris thing? You know what I mean? Like I loved those when I was a kid. Whatever happened to those? Why can't we sit down and have a quiet Saturday afternoon just doing that? And I was overruled. Obviously, Ash let it slip when he was on the episode 200. I was trying to keep it under wraps until everything was complete. It's still not complete, but fuck it. Let's put it out there. The retaining wall segment is coming to a close, guys. We are about, I reckon if I had to throw a number, maybe 80% of the way, maybe 85% of the way there to that side of our yard just being fucking fixed, which is incredible. Just a massive weight off our shoulders. Stoked to have our yard back. Now, off the back of that, all of Nikita's projects that she's put on the shelf for the last 2 years, she's now like, yes, now we can do it. Nobody needs access to our yard anymore. We can do whatever we want. We can make everything our own, which is like, don't get me wrong, that's sick. It's going to be so good to have our yard back, get all the privacy back. Stoked about all that. But yeah, it just means a lot more work for me. And the first one, our whole front and side fence needed replacing. And I was like, babe, there's no point doing it if they're going to come in and out with excavators and shit like that, because then we just got to pull it down again. And the time has come where they don't need to get anything else back into our yard. So Nikita goes, hey, let's do the fence. And I've gone, yeah, let's not. So then we start, I go, her and Westy, they're basically out in the car. They're like, yep, let's go get all the materials. This is going to be so much fun. And I'm like, whoa, everyone chill out, all right? I'm like, let's measure it all. Let's work it all out. Like, I suppose that is I suppose it would be a perk. I suppose it's a perk for me, but it's a downside to someone like Nikita and Westy that just want to go, go, go. But it's a perk to me for someone who does the job I do, that you've got to like fucking plan everything to the T, forecast any potential issues, yada, yada, yada. So I get my spreadsheets happening. I want to know the cost. I want to know this. I want to know fucking this. And I'm like, hey, maybe we should just sit down. We should do a bit of planning. And she suggests something else. She suggests maybe violence is the answer. You know what I mean? Let's scream about just, hey, let's get the fucking fence done. And I'm like, hey, all right, let's do it. You know what I mean? So we went out there. Hey, I just want... That was one of those sentences where I'm like, oh, someone might hear that and just show Nikita that little clip. And to that, I just want to say, oh, that was a joke, okay? We did not have an argument or a fight over the fence. Oh, God. Gosh, she hits me. She hits me, all right? I'm reaching out. Somebody, send help. This garage is the only thing that I have in this house. That's a joke as well, all right? Everyone calm down. All right, let's move the fuck on because I'm just digging myself into a bigger hole. Anyway, we go out, we rip the fence down, throw it on the back of the ute, and then the fun stuff happens. We just start concreting posts in the ground, putting rails up. This morning we slapped the palings up and shit, and my Lord, I've not done this much physical labour in probably like 2 years, you know what I mean? Like work physical labour, it's a whole different ballpark. And like my hands, I don't know if you can even see on there, like this callus, see that blister? Got another blister above my wedding ring there. This hand's all blistered up. I've got blisters on blisters, you know what I mean? It looks like I've been lightly tortured by someone. And the other bad side, now we've got obviously palings and shit missing. So our dog is just sitting out in the backyard, just picturing herself in an episode of Prison Break or something. Like she's escaped 3 times in the last 24 hours and we've just had to walk around the whole neighbourhood. And yeah, she's one of those dumb dogs that if someone sees her, they'll pull over and just throw her in their van. But hey, take her. Nikita will be upset. No, I'm joking. I do like our dog. Let's bail out of this because that's 2 holes that I've just fucking dug myself in. But yeah, shout out to all the fences listening. If there's any fences listening, it is a fucking underrated trade. My hat goes off to you guys, just fucking out there in the sun day after day. So you should be paid cash in hand and a packet of fucking Nurofen or something. You know what I mean? Because the pain going through my body right now, it's unheard of. Let's get on to some. Actually, the next one's not fun either, but I'm going to have a sip of this delicious Celsius and then we'll get onto it. So last week, wrap up the podcast, edit it all, post it all, and I had to go over to the shop to buy a couple of things for Nikita for Christmas, things like that. So I'm cruising on the highway and we get to a bit of stop-start traffic, okay? And we're going, we're stopping, we're going, we're stopping. I'm like, this is fucking so annoying. I've got shit to do. We need to hurry up. Now, we start to pick up a bit of pace. Maybe we go on about 60 k's an hour or something, and we start to stop again. So I do what you do in a car when you see brake lights in front of you. You know what I mean? I start to slow down. I come to a stop, and I'm just relaxed. I'm listening to my music, and then all of a sudden, bang, straight in the back of me. And this was, look, I've been in a few car crashes in my life. I don't remember. Obviously, I rolled the truck and shit. That was probably would have hurt more than this. But the speed or the fucking just how hard she hit me just jolted my whole body. It could be because I'm just an old man now. Maybe that's it. Maybe when I was younger, my body was just all limber and loose and shit, and now I'm just stiff and fucking old. But she hit me. She hit me so hard that my hat fell off my head went forward and whipped itself, and my hat blew back into the back seat. I was like, Jesus Christ. So I get my hat. I'm like, what the fuck? I've just realized what happens. I pulled over in the little side lane. She pulls over beside me. I get out, and she's got a P plate on the front window. I'm like, oh, here we fucking go. So I get out, and I'm like, look, I'm not going to fucking flip out. She's a P plater. She's probably young. She's probably scared. And sure enough, she was. She was fucking shaking and shit. And I started to feel bad as if I hit her. And she's just so confused at what happened. And I'm like, what happened? Were you on your phone or something? She goes, no, I definitely wasn't on my phone. I'm like, okay then. If you're telling the truth, there's a fucking spider on my hat. So she starts stressing out. She's like, what do we even do? And I was like, do you have insurance? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, who are you through? And then I've just had to start a fucking counselling session in the middle of the highway. And she looks at her car and she goes, and just there's a fucking river of coolant just gushing across the highway. She looks at her car and she goes, and the whole front end's caved in, right? My car, the fucking rear step and stuff is crushed, but no biggie. And she goes, can I still drive it? And I'm like, sure. Yep, that's a you call. No, I go, no, I probably wouldn't. Hey, because if you drive it, all your coolant's gone, so it might overheat or something. And she goes, oh, is that bad? I'm like, yeah, overheating is not generally a good term. I've never really heard that be used in a good term. So she goes, oh, okay. I go, do you want me to wait with you until the tow truck comes or whatever? She's like, no, all good. So I went and did what I had to do, right? I was up the highway for maybe 10, 15 minutes max. And I've gone to drive back and I'm like, oh, she'll still be sitting there. As I've driven past, no car in sight. She's 100% not listened. She's 100% not listened, and she's just got in that bad boy, started it, and driven off and probably fucking overheated 100 meters down the highway or something. Just her car just crawling along the highway like a wounded fucking animal in the Amazon. Oh, God. But, yeah, my car, everything's covered by insurance, which is good. Booked in early January to get fixed. So everything's all good. Nothing else to complain about. Here's one person I've got to complain about. I took the old fence to the dump yesterday and dumped the whole thing, right? As I'm coming out of the dump, the traffic is a little bit backed up. And I'm like, what's going on here? And as I approach, there is a car, like a LDV ute, just stalled in the middle of the intersection. And there's a white van behind it, which is blocking my left turn, right? So I couldn't get past regardless. Now, the guy in the white van gets out. He's starting to ask this guy, what's going on? Tries to give the ute a bit of a push, right? And the ute is not going anywhere. So I've gone, you know what? This is going to be my good Christmas deed. This is going to bring me some good juju for Christmas. Santa's watching right now. He's going to bring me all the gifts and presents in the world I could ever imagine. So I go, all right, let's jump out. Let's give these guys a bit of a push. I get there and I'm trying to fucking work out the situation. I say to the driver, oh, you need a push, buddy? Doesn't even fucking look at me. And the other good Samaritan, he goes, yeah, he's stuck in park or something. And I've gone, oh, fuck, that's not good. I'm like, well, I'm like not really a mechanic, but I can help you push if you want. And at this stage, I'm just standing there awkwardly to the background, just getting ready for them to be like, yeah, all right, push. And then another two guys pull up, and they're more mechanically minded, okay? They're trying to talk this guy through, and he's giving them fucking absolutely nothing. He's not listening. He's not listening to their help. He's just giving them fucking attitude back. And it was at this point, right? Three of us got behind it. We tried to push it. It wasn't going anywhere. It was locked in park, so it's fucking, I don't even know how you fix that, right? And so me and the first good Samaritan, we just look at each other like a married couple that wants to fuck off early from a party, and we just give each other the look, and he slowly walks back to his van. I wait maybe 10 seconds, so it's not too sus, not like we're going to sneak behind the bushes and just suck each other off. And I go, that's the go. He gets in his car, he moves his van, the left turn's now free for me, and I've gone, buddy, you're being an absolute fuckwit. So I'm like, slowly back away, get in my car, and left him there. Here's a public service announcement for everyone. Here's a Christmas public service announcement. If a stranger pulls over to help you, don't be a cunt back to them, you know what I mean? Isn't that just like common courtesy, like common decency? Like you're already broken down. Don't prove to everyone that you're a fucking broken person as well. Oh, broken person. That could be the episode title. Who fucking knows? Hey, let's get on to another turns out it can get worse clip real quick. Play this bad boy.
Someone told me you eat cock sandwiches, but I stuck up for you. I told you don't even like bread.
Nah, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I don't like bread. I just prefer the big meaty cock that's the big meaty cock that's just sandwiched between the two pieces of bread. So thank you. Thank you for standing up for me. So yeah, the car crash thing on Monday, right? Again, it wasn't a big car crash. I've had fucking way worse. But as I said, the speed or whatever that she hit me with, it just fucked me. Like I was sweet, and then about an hour or so later, it all just hit me. Like my neck fucking seized up. I just got this crazy migraine. I was out, right? So I've come home, laid on the couch, fell asleep at like 2:00 in the afternoon, woke up at maybe like 7 or something. And I'm all groggy and shit. I have a bit of dinner, get ready to go back to bed because I was still tired as shit and sore. And I go, oh fuck, before I do, I will, I'll quickly run the bins out. And Nikita goes, yeah, sweet. So I walk outside, go to move the bins aren't there. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look out on the road, the bins are all out there. I'm like, what is going on? Surely Nikita could have fucking told me. She knows how sore my neck is. She could have told me before I walked all the way out. So I go inside. I'm like, why didn't you tell me you took the bins out? And she looks at me confused. She's like, I didn't take the bins out. And then Westy pipes up from around the corner. He's like, oh, I did it for you, Dad. I knew you weren't feeling well, so I thought I'd help out. And my heart, oh God, my heart just fucking lit up. I was like, wow, thank you so much. You're an absolute fucking king, brother. And look, I just wanted to bring that story on the podcast because usually I'm on here telling stupid little stories that both my kids do. But there's always like little glimmers of like shit like that where I'm just like, I wouldn't trade being a dad for fucking absolutely anything. So shout out to Westy. Usually he's fucking kicking me while I'm down, but this time he's lent me a helping hand in my time in need. So I think that's probably bought him, what do we got left of the podcast? Maybe another 15 minutes or so. I reckon I'm going to play it pretty easy on him for the next 15 minutes. So that's what you get, Westy. Another little story. So for my day job, I have to go back and forth with builders and clients and stuff via email. And sometimes people in the building industry, or like any industry really, I'm sure this happens to everyone, things can get a little bit heated. Maybe they've got something they weren't really expecting. Maybe you haven't met a deadline. Maybe fucking could be anything, right? Sometimes the emails get a little bit heated. Now, I'm the type of guy, I'll fire back from the hip. I'm a bit of a keyboard warrior when it comes to emails, right? I don't know what it is. I'm just pretty good at typing a disgruntled email. I'm a bit of a Karen. I think it's because I can just hide behind the words, but then they call and I'm like, oh, sorry for sending that email, sir. You know what I mean? Just drop nuts completely. So I just type back what I want to say, right? And it's like, it's basically, fuck you, cunt. You're a dickhead, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, I can't really send that. So what I've been doing as of late, turning to my good friend ChatGPT, and I just run it through there. I go, hey, can you keep the message of this email the same, but maybe brighten it up a little bit, you know what I mean? Don't make it come across as abrupt. ChatGPT starts thinking, and as we all know, it often, it'll give you something, and then at the bottom, it often gives you prompts or suggestions. It's like, hey, do you want to make this more professional, or do you want to make this more friendly, or do you want a shorter version? Things like that, you know what I mean? I did one last week at work, and the answer that ChatGPT gave to me hurt my fucking feelings, if I'm being honest. So I put my email into ChatGPT, say the usual, hey, make this come across a bit friendlier, blah, 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 try to avoid any conflict. And ChatGPT spits something out. And at the bottom, it says, just let me know if you want to make this a bit sillier, just like your original version. And I've gone, ouch. Just fucking getting called a dickhead by AI. I don't know if there's anything more demoralizing. Just shout out to our AI overlords, just humbling me on a professional level. So fuck you, ChatGPT, if you're listening. Actually, I probably shouldn't say that for when they do overtake the world. I will be screwed. All right, I spoke about Westy. Let's get on to my other son. 2 sons, as you guys know. I was on my laptop in the office the other day. Parker's like, hey, can one of the neighbourhood kids come around and play? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, just chill on the couch. I'm trying to do some stuff in here. And I'm zoned out. I'm doing what I'm doing. They're on the couch. They're playing with fucking toys or whatever they're doing out there, right? And I click back in. I click back into reality. I snap back to reality, as Eminem would say. And I just hear a sentence that almost made me swallow a pen in my fucking office. I've gone, did I hear that correctly? And I tune back into the conversation. My 5-year-old, Parker, is saying to this other neighborhood kid, how do you not know what a period is? And I've just gone, Parker. And he stopped, and I hear him whisper it again to the fucking neighborhood kid. He goes, how come you don't know what a period is? And I've gone, Parker, you need to stop or he's going home. This other kid is like 5 as well, okay? This kid is not coming to our house for fucking a sex ed open mic by my other 5-year-old, you know what I mean? You're not qualified to have this conversation with him, okay? Your mum had a conversation with you once trying to educate you on the world, trying to make you a positive male role model in some woman's life in the future maybe, trying to be sympathetic, things like that. And I'm just sitting there sweating in my office, just imagining this parent knocking on my door later that afternoon going, hey, bud, we need to talk about what you're fucking teaching my kid when he comes around to play. Oh, fuck me. Let's get another Turns Out It Can Get Worse clip. And then we'll get into my week in comedy. Oh, fuck. What did I just do then? Oh, bear with me, guys. I just clicked the wrong thing. Here we go. All right.
Well, guys, it's official. They are released. And no surprise here, my name is not in the files. I tried to tell you guys many times my name was not in the files, and now it's official, so go see for yourself.
That guy's name is definitely in the files. That guy has the most outrageous stretch marks I've ever seen. And hey, that is no hate to my fat community. I'm a bit of a fatty bombardi myself, you know what I mean? But does that guy look like the fat guy from Lost to you guys? Which is weird because he's also talking about Epstein Island and the Lost Island. I don't know. Make some sort of correlation there. If I was in a funnier mood today, I could have fucking made that funnier. But that's the only thing I could think that whole time is that dude looks like the fat dude from Lost. Anyway, let's have another sip and get on to my week in comedy. So I had a prey surf down at Burleigh on Thursday night. And look, it was a bit of a rough night. Let's get that off the bat. MC starts the show. And I've said this about that venue a couple of times. The comedy there isn't really promoted to its full capability. So a lot of time, you've just got a cool Burleigh crowd there just getting their dinner and drinks interrupted. Like, they've come to hang out with some friends and shit like that, and they're just getting blindsided by a comedy show. So the MC starts, feel like I can hear someone at my door. Maybe not. The MC starts. Before he's finished his opening set, maybe 6 people have got up and left. He's begging them to stay at this stage. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I was first up. So I've gone, oh, this will be good. Get up there and say my first bit. This dude in the front row just gives me a laugh. So I say to him, I got basically nothing else from the rest of the crowd. So I look at him and I go, buddy, you're my safety net tonight. I need you this whole set. And sure enough, every joke, he's laughing, things like that. Get to my final joke, right? I deliver the punchline, and all of a sudden, this guy and his girlfriend get up, and they just walk straight past me, straight in front of the show, straight in front of the stage. And I've just gone, buddy, where are you going? You're my safety net. Don't leave. And he just ever so calmly says to me, I just found out she's having sex with my dad. And I've gone, oh my God. Is that the truth? I will never know, because he just walked out of the venue, didn't answer me. I go, are you telling the truth? Just left. To this day, I don't know if it was an excuse. I don't know if it was real or just the best excuse of all time. You know what I mean? But yeah, I couldn't top that. I just said to the MC, I'm like, is that my time? And I'm like, that's me. I'm off. See you later. Then I had Sunny's on Saturday. So our last West Park show for the year, and actually my last comedy show for the year. So it's been real 2025. Might do a bit of a recap on next week's episode, because I think that's just before New Year's. So we'll save that for that. But absolutely stacked lineup. I was stoked with every comedian that was on there. And it was a nighttime gig rather than our regular daytime gigs. And look, it was a relatively tough crowd, but I think we cracked them by the end. I was winning them and I was losing them, and I couldn't find the line, you know what I mean? Like, they were laughing at some stuff that I was like, this won't work here. And then my safer shit just wasn't working at all. And I was like, I do not know what you guys want right now. But I suppose that's the fun game of comedy. You never fucking perfect it. It's crazy. But yeah, it was cool. A few people from the last show came back and they were like, oh, we came back just to see you. I shit myself. I go, look, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I haven't written anything new since the last show. And they go, no, that's fine. Like, we want to hear the jokes again. And I'm like, sick. That's fucking good to hear. But yeah, like I said, complete up and down set from myself, all the other comedians. Absolutely stoked with how they went. And it was a good way to cap off Sunny's. So yeah, ups and downs, but still a fun night overall. So that's just comedy math 101, you know what I mean? Not great, still fun, equals a win. So let's play out last turns out it can get worse clip. This one's a fucking absolute cracker.
I was born 3 months premature with disabilities. I know how lucky I am to be here. Yeah.
What the fuck is that song? You know what I mean? We asked for a song, not your fucking medical history. Give us a chorus. It's like a talent show trauma dump, just fucking there. But look, couple of things I'll touch on real quick that I've consumed this week, if you will. On the drive back from Sunny's on Saturday, I was like, you know what? Dave Chappelle released a surprise special. No one knew this was coming. It got announced at the end of the next thing that I'm about to say. So I was like, let's fucking throw it on for the drive back. Obviously, I couldn't really watch it. I just had the sound playing. But that's a lot of the time, that's how I consume my specials anyway. So throw it on, and just fucking absolute goat behavior from this guy. There is a reason why he's considered the best in the world. Just, oh, God. There is nothing like watching the greatest of all time at the thing that you want to do after you've just had a fucking ordinary set. You know what I mean? And you're just like, oh, God, how does he do that? Like, how does he touch on the subjects that he does, dissects them so perfectly, and then just delivers them just so fucking calmly, just effortlessly, just literally walking around a stage, just smoking in an arena as if he's just performing in front of 10 people. It was crazy. Look, I've said it before with a couple of specials. There was probably a bit too much cheering and interaction from the crowd than I'd prefer to see in a special. Everyone just wants their limelight. Obviously, when you see Dave Chappelle live, I think I saw him, 2 years ago now. It was a genuine experience. So, Yeah, shout out to Dave Chappelle. If you are looking for something funny to watch over the holidays, go check it out. The last story he tells, it goes for like fucking half an hour or something. And I don't know. Go check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Last thing I'll touch on, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Guys, this went exactly how we all knew it was going to go. There was something in my head. Jake Paul does this to us. There was something in my head the day of the fight, and I was just like, I need to throw $20 on Jake Paul. Every single time I've bet against him, and he just proves us wrong. I'm like, somehow he's going to beat Anthony Joshua, a 2-time unified heavyweight boxing champion, a gold medalist in the Olympics. Somehow Jake Paul, the YouTuber, the kid from Nickelodeon, he's going to get in there and he's going to upset the world. And I'm so glad I fucking didn't, because it went exactly how we all knew it should have gone. What was that? Like, that was... Look, let's start with this, okay? Full credit to Jake Paul. He's doing shit that a lot of people in the world would never do. He's getting in that ring. He's putting his fucking reputation on the line. He's putting his body on the line. He's putting his money where his mouth is. Let's say that. He's done more for women's boxing than anyone else in the world. And look, some of his performances have been pretty fucking sick. That one on Saturday, I don't know what that was. That was the most poor effort we have seen from Jake Paul. I don't know if he was maybe scared, and I don't fucking blame him when I say that. That's not a dig. Anthony Joshua is fucking huge, and he's an elite boxer. Jake Paul is fucking Jake Paul. You know what I mean? So there was just a lot of fucking wrestling, a lot of dropping to the ground, a lot of nothing, really. And Anthony Joshua just did what he did in round 6, knocked him out. So instead of dragging it out like a bad breakup to the 6th round, I kind of wish it just happened in like the 1st or 2nd, but I can understand as well. As I said, Anthony Joshua is like an elite level boxer. Probably wants to feel it out in case something random did fucking happen, like Jake Paul lands a lucky shot or something like that. It only takes one shot in boxing, you know what I mean, and it's done for. So, he was going to get knocked out regardless. So, at least here's how I wish it went down. I wish Jake Paul just went in there confidently, knowing that he's going to get knocked out, and just from the fucking bell just went in there and gave it his all. And who knows, it could have been a completely different fight. But when you know you're going to get knocked out, you might as well just go in swinging instead of just stalling until round 6. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I've seen 2 different sides of the fence of it. Most people I've seen agree with what I'm thinking. It was a bit of a shit show, to put it politely. And yeah, I don't know. But shout out to Sugar Neeks as well. She was on the lineup, retaining her titles. So be keen to get her on the podcast one day. I'm pretty sure she's a Gold Coast girl herself. So who knows? It might happen. But that's us this week, guys. That's been our short, sharp holiday episode. I've got to get fucking back out here and keep doing this fence, unfortunately. But nothing to plug this week. We don't have a guest episode. We don't have a UFC breakdown. And I've got no more comedy this year. So I am looking forward to just putting my feet up for the rest of the week and just having a bit of a chill out, which I'm keen as fuck for. So if you do want to get in touch with the show, if you want to send a fucking Christmas message or a New Year's message or something like that, send it via DMs on Instagram at Can't Get Any Worse Podcast, or send me an email at can'tgetanywOrsePod@gmail.com. I hope all the listeners have a good Christmas. And yeah, I'll be back next Tuesday with another episode. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep rating on wherever you listen to this. I appreciate you all, and I will see you later.
Can't get any worse, will make you see. There's always a silver lining. We'll set you free, so join the movement. Let's change the game with the can't get